Hello again, everybody. This is David Kulko, 7th Avenue Wine and Liquor Company in Brooklyn, New York. Today we're going to try a rosé. It is definitely rosé weather in New York City, baby. This is Monte Castrillo. Notice the address, Ribera del Duero, Spain. And this must be the 2008 vintage, it is. Ribera del Duero, Spain. Unlike Rioja, which is a region in Spain that usually blends the Tempranillo grape and I think Garnacha together as often as not in what they call Rioja's place name for the wine type. In Ribera del Duero, they use only the Tempranillo grape, so you get a really pure version of the Tempranillo grape, obviously, because there's no blending involved, as opposed to Rioja. So, with a rosé, you hope that some of the characteristics of the Ribera del Duero reds, namely minerality, clay, a good tannic presence, translates somewhat into the rosé version of the Tempranillo grape, especially from this particular region. And the reason for that is quite simple. It's because rosés are derived from red wines. That is to say, they take the red wine grapes whole and intact, and they put them in vats and allow the fermenting process to take place for a little bit of time, and then they remove those red wine grape skins, which impart the color and the tannic presence of red wine. And once they remove those skins, you end up producing a rosé. So we're going to give this one a try and hope it lives up to its reputation. Cheers. Bright cherry fruit, which is part of the Tempranillo grape profile. It has a nice, lively acidity, and happily it has some nice clay-like notes, which is part of the Ribera del Duero reds profile. And I guess in addition to that clay, you have a decided tannic presence, which is also the lingering effects of the grape skins, the red wine grape skins, that give this particular rosé more of a structure than a typical rosé. They wouldn't be quite so tannic, and as a result, the kinds of foods that you would have with this particular kind of rosé would be beef-based, believe it or not. Yes, I like a cold beef dish would be great with a Ribera del Duero rosé such as this one is. And you could also have it not only with soft cheeses but hard cheeses as well. As an aperitif, it probably wouldn't work quite so well as another typically Grenache and Tempranillo-based rosé. But as far as a good table rosé during the sultry, sweltering days of summer, especially when you want to have a beef dish, this particular wine I think would serve a very, very good function and role at the table. Monte Castrillo Rosado from Ribera del Duero, vintage 2008. This is David Kulko, 7th Avenue Wine and Liquor Company in Brooklyn, New York. Thanks again for tuning in. Please share these videos if you like them and you think they can be useful to your friends and circle of acquaintance in general. Don't forget the blogspot, www.davidkulko.blogspot.com. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you again real soon.